Hi, welcome. Uh, Continuation of our previous session, that is how to obtain the consent for establishment, that is NOC, what we precisely call. So in the previous session, we registered our industry, our project, and received our user ID and password. And now using those credentials, we try to log in. So go to this website, that is KSPCB XGN portal, and then you click on this page. Okay. So you will be directed to this page where you require to enter the user ID and password. So I have a number of user IDs, let that be. So this is the user ID we received and the password. So you can enter the captcha and login. You will be directed to another page, right? Now it asks for a change in password. So old password, new passwords. So now let me change the password. Now you get into this page. You can see the name of industry, user ID. Apart from this, there are a number of informations which prop up. May not have to worry about these things. So there are other informations as well you can go through. One important information is about XGN guidelines. Now you can refer this. You can click this red button. Taking time. Okay, so now you get into this page. You click on this red button. Now this will pop up. So you need to first enter the commissioning date and production date if applicable. Okay, enter the commissioning date. Remember the validity of NOC is for 5 years. So any date 5 years down the line you can put. Then for NOC production date is not compulsory. If at all you want to put, you put any date after this commissioning date. Better to give 1 or 2 months gap because you may have to demonstrate that you have run a trial. So then don't click on these things till you upload your documents. Okay, so straight away come to this sequence. You need to enter the industry details here. So first you click on this. You will be directed to this page. Many of the tabs you can find pre-filled from the data we previously provided. Come straight away to this landline. So if you have landline, you enter, otherwise leave it as such. Then email ID, you write it properly because the communications happen through this mail ID. Then contact person name, write the contact person name which is as it is there in the Aadhaar card which is linked to this mobile number. So constitution type, you can select the relevant type of constitution. Here I am selecting proprietorship. So the proposed number of employees we are going to recruit in the industry. Then applicant name, since it is proprietor, it's better to write the owner's name. Otherwise you write the highest authorized person name. You can write other person name as well, but that person should have received the authorization letter from the management. Okay, so this authorization letter we have to submit to the board. For NOC, at planning stage, the industry may not be having electricity meter, so let it be. Then we have to enter the neighborhoods, so it can be like main road, cross road, industrial area, residential area, open area which is planned for some later stage developments we can enter. And then number of pumps. So overall how many number of pumps we have in the industry, so that we have to put. So because we are going to sum up the capacity of all these numbers and enter here in terms of HP. Okay, so this is actually to give an idea about the power requirement of the industry, so that the board may make it mandatory for you to set up one alternative power, that is DGR. So then if the industry is having tube well or bore well, their numbers can be put, then longitude and longitude, so it comes like this. So if we have latitude and longitude from our project report, we can take. If we don't have, we can take the help of Google Map to enter these values. nationality, it automatically comes. Then if we have website URL, we have to write, so otherwise leave it. So project cost, so we can refer our project report to enter this. So these two will be taken from our previous entry. Now enter these two neighbors. We require to fill these listed items. So first one, treatment, storage and disposal facility. If you click on this drop down menu, there are different options up here. Better you choose not registered with any TSTF facility. If at all you require to be a member, the authorities will suggest, then you can be a member. So if you already have membership, enter, that is no problem with that. Then CETP, again same thing, choose not a CETP member, later you can be if you required. Then enter the license number if you have. It's better to have because you can claim certain benefits if you enter this field SSI number. And then area in square meters for the option 4 and option 16, you can refer the site plan and enter these. Then source of water supply. Source of water supply you can enter. It can be like so your tube well, bore well, or local body supply corporation, municipality, and all you can write. And then this water consumption and wastewater generation for industrial purpose. So if at all you require water for your process, you have to enter the quantity of the water that you require for industrial purpose in kiloliters per day. Okay, for this you can refer again project report. So again the wastewater generated through your activities, the quantity has to be mentioned again in KLD. For this you can refer project report. For domestic purpose, so what is the quantity of water you require, you have to enter. For this you can refer the number of employees in the industry. Based on that you can write the quantity of the water that we require for domestic purpose. So in general for 8 hours, that is a working day, so per person we consider 50 liters and enter. So for this you can refer even IS standard for calculation. Then the sewage that is generated, about 80 to 85% of the water that we consume will get converted to sewage. So that quantity it's better to put. You can put other quantity as well, but you have to show reason for that. Then wastewater discharge point. So for smaller quantity you can let it to the drainage directly. If it is larger quantity, we may have to subject to STP, AETP and also septic tanks. So those things we have to enter. Now coming to the 9th point, ultimate receiving body. From this point where it reaches, so whether it can be recycled, whether it is applied for irrigation, whether it is let into any nearby water body or underground drainage, we have to enter. So 10th one, if we are generating any hazardous waste, we have to enter. Then 11th, critically polluted area, so we have to choose. For this we can refer the pollution control board notifications to see whether the area is falling under any critical polluted area or not, and then we can choose. For point number 12, 13, 14, better refer pollution control board siting guidelines, because there are number of distance criteria depending upon the type of or category of the industry. Then point number 15 and 18, so you can refer EAA guidelines and enter. So for present industry they may not apply, so I am choosing it as not required and not applicable. For point number 16, so refer this or rather site plan and enter it. So for 17th you can click on the drop down menu, so you can find number of options, so you can choose accordingly. So it's better to avoid this notified area for your industry. If at all you are setting up your industry in this notified area, you may have to submit a lot of other requirements like no land conversion details and all. Then point number 19, if at all your industry is within 500 meters from the coastline, this rule applies. Then you may have to take the clearance from MOEF regarding CRZ rule. So with this we completed our data entry in this page. So let's save it. Okay, this success note will appear. Click on OK, then again click on this red button. So now we require to enter the second sequence. We get into this page. Here there are series of tabs relevant to different aspects of the industry. We require to fulfill or provide data pertaining to these aspects. It requires another 10 minutes, so let's continue in third session. Okay, I'll come back quickly. Thank you.